Hello everyone and welcome to the OllywoodKnits knitting podcast. This is a podcast all about the fiber arts and all of the crafts that I get up to. So yeah, if you're into that, if you're into talking about whips and finished objects and all of the things yarn related, then stick around. I think I'm going to start with finished objects. I did an entire what I knit in 2023 video, so most of these are in there since it's been so long since my last episode. Pregnancy is tough, okay? So it's been so long since my last episode. I included everything I knit since then in that video. So I'm not going to go through my massive list of FOs because that's just boring and redundant. We don't need that. So my next FO is a holiday themed FO. This is the charts are from the Higgy Holiday Cowl by Campfire Knits, which is a free pattern online. It is great pattern. I really enjoyed this. You don't have to do two charts. You can just do one of them and repeat it, which I might do next year. I don't know, with more like subtle colors that I can wear like this one all year long, the stars and the snowflakes. So anyway, I absolutely love this. I modified it by knitting mine in like a tube and then twisting it like a Morbius cowl, and then so yeah, I really love the way this turned out a lot. Like I love this a lot. I did wear it once. I wore it to like a Christmas dinner, and I wore it to Christmas Eve brunch out with my family, and they didn't even realize I knit this. They thought that this was like a store-bought thing, which was so flattering because I'm just dipping my toes into stranded colorwork, and this is my first time knitting 3 colors. And I adapted it too, like to fit this way, because the original pattern I think is more like just a regular tube over your head. So anyway, cool. My next finished object is a new pair of socks for myself. These were knit with Hawthorne fingering, heel flap and gusset, vanilla socks. Hawthorne fingering is, I think, is Knit Picks. I did a haul of it last year and I'm still working through it, and I absolutely love the space. It's wonderful. It's very like almost glossy, hold up very well, machine washing. Really love these. Definitely wearing these a lot. So very happy to have those done, because I think the first sock I actually knit in April of 2023 and did not cast on this one until like just after Christmas and finished in the new year. So not ashamed, but like I didn't have much of a, usually in the summer I do have like a sock craze because it's such a nice knit for the summer. It's small, doesn't pool in your lap, doesn't make you hot, and like I don't know, then you have a bunch of knits ready to go for fall, like a bunch of socks ready to go. So I just hit the holidays. I finished 2 pairs of socks for Christmas gifts, and then I just went into a sock craze. So I finished that sock, got that pair done, immediately cast on these. Oh, can't even bend over anymore. It's like I just feel baby in my belly, and it's like, oh, I can't. Anyway, it hurts me. It probably hurts them. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I finished these. These are, again, vanilla socks, self-striping or self-patterned, I guess. This sock yarn is Drops Fabel in like their lavender print colorway, I think is what it's called. Very pretty, very like grandma-esque, but I like them. Cozy. I think this is Drops Fabel in like their light beige mix colorway, beige mix I think it's called. Yeah, super cute, and I knit them up in like 3 days. I'm a little rusty because just before this I filmed my what I knit in 2023, and I already went through like all these FOs, so I'm kind of just like I feel weird. I feel redundant going through them again. I probably won't go through all of them because I just don't, who needs that? We don't need that. So my next whip will not be a surprise to anybody. It is another muscle burrow, and I don't know if I've showed this before. I've got my little stitch stoppers from Fox and Pine stitches, I think, from Etsy, and no one's gonna be surprised with my love of muscle burrows. They're just so great. I'm like I think I'm gonna double brim this one. I think I am. I'm a little nervous to do that because I don't really know hope, I mean, this is how much yarn I have left, which is quite a lot. I think I could double brim this one. I'm getting pretty close. Like, I mean, if I were going just single, this would be over halfway. So I probably will have enough to double brim. Very excited for this. Did again, pinhole cast on, did it with double pointed needles. I really think my next muscle burrow, I'm gonna finally try the magic loop method that Nitty Natty has posted the tutorial for online. I just think it's more enjoyable than like fiddling around with really thin double pointed needles. Not that I don't like the method with double pointed needles, it's just, it'll be nice to have, I mean, I guess I'd still probably switch out of magic loop once it's big enough. I'd probably still switch out of magic loop to my 16-inch. I just like my 16-inch for these. It's just nice to just go around and around and around without having to turn. So anyway, love this. Obviously, muscle burra. It's just these old Teague. Blew it out of the park with that one, honestly, and I love it. The yarn is a Malabrigo sock in Pearl 10 color. I really wanted like a kind of somewhat black, smoky black, double brim hat like that. So I really want to get this done before baby comes because I think I'm gonna wear the crap out of it up until like the lead up to like spring and going into summer. So really want to get that one done. That's another great summer knit too. Like along with socks, muscle burrows are great for summer because you can take them with you anywhere, and then, you know, like not pooling in your lap. You're not having hot wool on you when it's 30 degrees out. My next whip is a baby whip. So I am on a bit of a time crunch with this one. I mean, I still have like 6 weeks to go, if we go full term, but, I am using the Hayfield Spirit DK in, Bliss, I think is the colorway. They're beautiful sage. You can see it. It's pretty accurate on camera, to be honest. And I'm doing this Pine Forest, baby, is that the right side? Yeah, Pine Forest baby blanket, which I started this last night. I started this yesterday and I'm already just like blowing through it. It is quite a quick crochet. So I crochet knit. I don't know. I was saying this in the last video. What do you say? Do you call it your finished knits? Knits. What do you call your finished crochet products? Knits or crochets? I don't know. Anyway, this blanket's gonna be stunning. I can't wait to block it and really watch the shells just bloom. It's gonna be stunning. I can't wait. It'll be nice and warm and cozy. It's DK. So it'll be nice and warm and cozy for baby when I bring them home in February, which is gonna be freezing here. Using one of my Furls hooks, size H, which is 5mm. It is gorgeous. I love it, and I am really enjoying working on this. It's a 2-row repeat. I've got it memorized. I don't even need to look at the pattern. Pattern will be listed below. I think it's by Ingrid Artoon. I don't know if I'm saying that properly. But yes, I'm really enjoying this baby blanket and I cannot wait. I do have another baby blanket on the needles. On the needles? No, it's crochet as well, which is like the baby shower blanket. I think if you Google that, you'll find the vlog for it, and there's a YouTube video for it. I did that one in DK weight for my girlfriend last summer for her baby, and I loved it so much. I was like, I'm gonna do the same thing. I saved it, and I was gonna do a lightweight version of it with the Malabrigo sock. And I did start it, and I think I'm just gonna stop. I did snip the yarn in the rows, like with the color striping, so there's no point in even frogging it and trying to save the yarn. I think I might just like make it like a mug rug for my office desk in here, and then use that yarn. I was gonna do a finger made version of this because it's so enjoyable. I feel like when I'm done this, I might be sick of it. So I think I'll be looking on the lookout for another crochet pattern that has a texture in it, which is what I love about crochet, but maybe like a lighter weight, maybe a different shape, like a star or something. I love working out from the center and watching the colors grow and grow and grow. I think that's so cool. So we will see. Christmas time, I usually give certain knitworthy people gifts. I try not to put too much pressure on myself before the holidays to finish gift knits. I just don't, I don't love it. And this year I was giving away a really big granny square. There's my dog. Essie Boo, what are you doing? I gave away a big granny square blanket, which I talked about in my wrap up for 2023. Very proud of that knit or crochet. Again, what do you say? Very proud of that one. And yeah, so I gave away that. I don't know why. What's going on? Baby brain. Woo! That, and I gave away a couple pairs of socks to some very knitworthy people. My husband being one of them. He absolutely loves his hand knit socks, like just loves them. So I knit a pair for him this year with some Patons Kroy self-striping yarn. And then I did a pair for my sister-in-law, my future sister-in-law, Jamie, who I go to Rhinebeck with. I knit her socks last year for her birthday. So this year, I knit her a pair for Christmas, and they're really cute. And I also use Patons Kroy, which is my favorite sock yarn ever. Super affordable, super durable, washes up amazingly. Like, I've washed mine countless times, don't even know, for like 2 years now. They're still doing well, like brand new. So my mom finally, like, I mean, I've had many of hand knit socks around my mom. I've been knitting on many around my mom. I've had many on my feet around my mom. I just don't think she noticed that they were socks and on my needles. And I don't think she noticed the socks on my feet were knitted by me, or the socks on my husband's feet, until Christmas Day. She noticed the socks and she goes, I love those. She loved the colors and the stripes. And Tyler's like, oh yeah, that's one of my gifts from Hillary. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, she knit them. My mom was like, what? You knit those? Like, what? And so she asked for a pair for Mother's Day, which is so funny because I've had so many pairs around her and she's never noticed. I guess they look that store-bought, which is wonderful. I guess the heel flap and gusset isn't super noticeable. But anyway, I cast on a pair for her. I actually have the first one done. This is the Patons Kroy Sidewalk chalk stripes. Very, very cute. I just did contrast color, heel and toe, heel flap and gusset, of course. And yeah, I think she will love these. She loved the stripes of Tyler's, which Tyler's socks, so his have a little bit shorter of a leg than these, just a little bit, like maybe by 5 rows shorter. 72 stitches. These are 64 stitches. And way longer feet. Way longer feet. He's like size 11 men's. I do not know how his socks only used one skein of the striping colorway when my mom's little tiny women's size 7 feet have almost used up the entire ball of yarn. And I'm only starting the foot decreases, the gusset decreases. How is that possible? They're the same size skein, the same brand, the same line. I'm so blown, like I'm so confused by this. I was really hoping, I love this colorway, and I used a gift card that was given to me for my birthday to Mary and Maxim to get these, because that was the only yarn at Mary and Maxim that I would want, that I could, like, I can get Patons Kroy at Michael's. They just don't have a huge selection of colors, and they had all these other lines that I could not get my hands on. So I did a big, like, $100 order. I think the whole gift card I used on Patons Kroy, and I just stocked up on like contrast colors for heels and toes, and then like double balls of these, because it usually does take me 2 balls to get, like, not whole balls. That's the thing. I've never tried knitting 2 pairs from 1 ball before until Tyler's socks that I did for Christmas. And when I realized I can get through 1 ball and not touch the other one, I was like, wait, I can get 2 pairs out of these now, especially if I use contrast heel and toe. For whatever reason, it's not working for these. And I don't know if it's my gauge. It's pretty, like, I don't know. I think changed my gauge between, like, I knit Tyler's socks right before I knit these. So I don't know why that's happening, why there's such a huge disparity between the quantities. I don't really know what the heck is going on there, but it's frustrating because I really, really love that colorway, and it's hard to get my hands on here without paying a stupid amount of shipping. So I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to get a pair of those myself. I might be able to swing it with what's remaining, if I do like a contrast cuff, short, like 20 row leg, contrast heel, and contrast toe. I might be able to swing it, but I'd have to weigh it to find out exactly how much I have, or weigh it and then wind them up into 2 separate balls, what's left of the last ball, and then just use what I can. I don't know. I really wanted a pair of those for myself. I really love that color. So that kind of sucks. But in good news, I did spend $100 on Patons Kroy yarn. So I mean, I have a ton of it in stash. So I have lots more self-striping socks that I can knit myself. It's not a big deal. I know my mom's gonna adore these. So that's her Mother's Day gift. I'm gonna get it done before baby's here and get it packed away, card and everything, so that, you know, when we have a newborn and we're trying to get to my family gathering, we're not gonna be freaking out about a gift. It's just gonna be done. Wonderful. So my final whip is one that's been languishing from 2023. This is one of my, I keep calling them, I feel bad. I keep calling them my cheapy cardigans because I'm using Lion brand Heartland yarn rather than like a more expensive yarn. But I just wanted some cardigans to wear when baby's around and I'm breastfeeding and I'm home. And you know, I still want to wear something cozy and hand knit, but something that I can throw in the wash when baby spits up all over my knits, or poops all over my knits, or pees all over my knits. I'm prepared by having hand knits that are, you know, washable and not super sacred and precious to me. So this is a self-drafted cardigan pattern. I've knit this one before with this colorway, Mammoth Cove by Heartland, Lion brand Heartland. I knit my first one. It was a little bit too small, not small, just, it's not one that I didn't do like the increases like along here. So it's not one that I can really, like I can button it up. It just pulls on the back because there's nothing there coming towards. So it is a nice one. I didn't even put buttons on it. It's just nice, throw over your shoulder, shorter sleeved. Like it still has full length sleeves, but they don't go like over my hands, like as long as I would normally wear them. Another bad judgment when I was trying it on and knitting it. So I do really do love that cardigan, but not the end of the world. It's just I ended up doing another one in, I forget what the color is, Great Mountains or something like that. I don't know, the gray Heartland color. And I love that cardigan. I like perfected it. I made it a little bit longer and I did the increases on the panels so that I can actually button it up, and it does have buttons and they do work and it fits perfectly. Sleeves are a little bit longer but not too long. And I've thrown that one in the wash countless times now and very happy with it. So I am doing another one in the brown because the yarn is cheap. It doesn't even cost $50 Canadian to knit a whole sweater, which is really, really nice. And to know that it's like literally indestructible. You can throw it in the wash. It is a very high quality acrylic, I want to say. It does feel really nice. It does feel like really soft. It does feel like wool. So that's what I love about it. And it does look nice. Like the color itself does look really nice. It's not like super solid. It's kind of heathered. So it just gives a more polished, elevated feel to an acrylic cheap sweater. But at the end of the day, you know, if baby poops on it or spits up all over it, or if I have to throw it in the wash all the time, it's not gonna tug on my heartstrings the way it would if it were like Malabriga Rios or something like that. I also have some new stitch markers on here, my little winter penguins, and that's from Fox and Pine on Etsy. So yeah, that's my last whip. I am working away on it. I joined this, I separated for sleeves and joined for the body last night, I believe. So very excited to get that done. It does whip up really, really quickly. The Pearl Rose, though, I will say, with this kind of weight of yarn is a little awkward to knit. It's a little hard on my hands. But again, the stitches measure like almost a centimeter, not really, like half a centimeter. So like getting the distance, getting the like the length that I need really does happen super quick. So very excited about it. I will be doing again tubular bind off, which I had to learn tubular bind off for the Web of Diamonds test knit, which I didn't talk about in my 2023 wrap up because I had a lot to wrap up. It's an hour-long video. So tubular cast off is now my favorite. I want to do it for everything, even if it's 2x2. Rearranging the stitches is like a really simple sequence. Don't let it scare you. The tubular bind off as well is super memorizable. Like memorizable or memorable? I don't know. Anyway, it's possible to just memorize it and go. And because I did it and I absolutely love it. It took me a while to get it. And I think that's just because I really didn't want to get it, but I was doing a test knit, so I had to. And I used the Very Pink Knits tutorial online. She has a blog where she has photos of each step, and I took a screenshot of each photo and kept it on my phone. And then on my lunch breaks when I was working, I would just like go through each photo and then start over. And eventually I memorized it, and it was just like, by the end of it, I was like sad. By the end of the hour, the end of lunch hour, when I finally cast off the hem, I was like, it's over? Kind of sad about it because it was just so methodic and just enjoyable. So now all of my sweaters will have tubular cast off. Tubular cast on is one that I don't love yet in the round. I'm not a fan of it. If you have any tips or tricks for tubular cast on in the round, let me know, because your girl is desperate. Okay, I would really like to nail that so that I can have everything be matching, everything be as it should be, and in sequence, and just, you know, beautiful. So that's all I have for whips. My cue is I would really like to knit my cumulus blouse and just get it on the needles and get it joined in the round before baby comes, so that when I'm laying in bed with baby and recovering from having baby, and baby's, you know, just hanging out on mom, I can just knit in the round with a beautiful luscious Surrey alpaca and a beautiful Malabrigo Makita base, and just, yeah. So I'm going to be using a Surrey alpaca. Actually, no, I think I'm using brushed alpaca from Drops. So brushed alpaca silk from Drops. It's a little bit more rustic, has more guard hairs in it than like a traditional Surrey that you would get from a hand dyer that's like super, super soft and thin. A little bit thicker gauge too than like a traditional mohair would. And then I'm using Malabrigo Makita single ply fingering base as the base yarn that I'm holding them together with. It's going to be a gorgeous cumulus blouse. I am so excited because I loved my first one, which I knit with Malabrigo sock, and also the brushed alpaca by Drops. So yeah, very happy, and I can't wait to get that cast on. I'm doing really cute colors, so hopefully next time I will have that to show. I'm also going to cast on the Plumet or Plumette's cowl by Stitch Nerd Designs, using Malabrigo Mecca in the Polar Morn colorway, which I think is the sample colorway that she used. Such a wearable knit. The lace is gorgeous, very simple. It's jumbo yarn, not jumbo yarn, but chunkier yarn. So like a weight 5 yarn. So something that I haven't knit with in a long time. I haven't knit with anything that chunky in a long time, but I'm really excited to, especially with single ply. Like it's loftier, it's easier, it's gorgeous. I actually have it right here. This is gonna be the color. So beautiful, very excited about it. Like just, it's very pretty and it's very simple and it's very wearable, and I want it done before baby comes because I want to wear it to keep my neck warm when I'm cold. I don't have much else. I do have one finished whip that I would love to show you, but it's not blocked and the ends are not woven in, and it's a test knit, so I am going to keep it for next time. Very excited about it. I do have some acquisitions. So also in my knitting queue, I stopped at my local yarn store because it's right across, conveniently right across from my midwife. So I have to go. Every time I go to my midwife, I have to also check in on myself, check in on baby, check in on mom. And mom gets checked in on at the yarn store. So I got this. It's Rico Yarns Creative Bubble Print, and it's like this like scrubby, like anyone has knit like the scrubby things before. I got these two colors. This color is 044 and this one is 002. And I really want to do like a facial exfoliator thing with this one, whether it's the one that like goes over your hand and you can rub it on your face, or it's the one that like you just do like a dishcloth and you scrub your face with it. But I think this would be really nice. It actually kind of feels soft, but it is kind of scrubby. So anyway, this will be for dishcloth because it's darker. It's not gonna show stains from your stuff as much. I don't know. It's 100% polyester. It doesn't say whether it's machine washable or not, but I'm assuming it is. Honestly, don't even know what any of these symbols mean. If anyone knows, oh, I don't know if that's gonna show up. Okay, those symbols there, what do those mean? Am I allowed to wash this? I have to look that up because I would really like to be able to throw these in the wash and use them. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Like, otherwise I'm gonna be doing Christmas decorations with them because what else am I gonna use it for if I can't throw it in the wash? It's not gonna be for dishes. It's not gonna be for washing my face if I can't wash it, you know, in the machine. Anyways, that was a very quick catch up. If you want to catch up with me more and you haven't seen me in a while because I've been a little bit on a hiatus since Rhinebeck, totally fine. I have a wrap up for 2023 of all the things I knit. And yeah, it should be interesting. It should fill you in on what kind of year I had. And yeah, catch up with me over there and leave a comment down below on what you're knitting on right now and what you're excited to be casting on, because I'm feeling cast-onitis. I am feeling it. I am ready to take on all of the things before baby comes. Before I become a mom and my life has changed forever. I just want to knit everything. So yeah, like, subscribe, you know, hit the bell, do all the things to help me out. That would be wonderful. I would appreciate it. Chat with me down below. I will always comment back. And have a great couple of weeks. I will see you in my next video, which may or may not be a spinning video, maybe a spinning wrap up for 2023. That's a good idea. Okay, take care. Bye.